recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios, Meanjin, Brisbane.
On 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Zed Games.
Zed Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture. Want to reach out?
Share your hot take?
Or do you just want to share your favourite game?
Find us on socials at Zed Games AU.
Hello, you're listening to Zed Games. My name is Zahra, and with me in the studio this episode is...
Peter!
And...
Maylee.
Oh my goodness.
I like that.
Peter,
little cute Maylee.
There was so much energy in there. Are you like really amped?
I've had a lot of coffee today.
That always... That
It usually works, sort of idea.
I am on a couple of cups of coffee as well, plus a couple of Cokes, plus also zest for gaming.
Oh yeah, there is so much gaming going on at the moment.
Gosh.
And
how
so
about
much
you,
coming.
Maylee? How are you feeling?
I've had no cups of coffee today.
No
so
cups
I'm
of
feeling
coffee?
that. I have had a large white monster.
Oh,
I don't know if that's worse or better than multiple cups.
It
I think
is
I've had like a
certainly
litre and a
more
half of
gamer.
coffee total.
it is more gamer.
I'm
So
It is.
embracing the culture.
There we go. That is beautiful.
But I'm feeling good.
Oh,
That
that's
is good to hear,
awesome.
Maylee.
Alrighty, folks, we are really, really excited for this episode because we are going to be talking about the Queensland Games Festival, which is happening this Saturday at the Brisbane Powerhouse from 10 to 5, completely free. But we'll be talking a little bit more about what's in store for you
Queensland
visitors
Games
later. But for now, it is time to get into the week in gaming news. I'm broke. This week in gaming news, so we have the price of Grand Theft Auto 6.
Indeed, in its many variations.
Yes, so pre-orders are open and we have the prices.
Yep.
We have been anticipating...
Take a deep breath.
Yeah, just...
Take a deep breath.
So standard
reach
edition
deep into those pockets.
is $129.95 AUD, while the Ultimate Edition is $159.95.
So 130 or 160.
Yeah, so it is not surprising.
Nope.
We've been anticipating this, but can I just say it kind of bites a little bit.
Yeah,
It does. 160, like for an Ultimate Edition, that's kind of normal for most games nowadays with some included DLC and things like that.
The Ultimate Edition will include some unique vehicles, shops, cosmetic items, and anyone who pre-orders will get a special vehicle plus some outfits and hairstyles.
Yep,
and
same sort of thing happened with
yeah.
GTA 5.
Yeah. Physical copies of the game won't include a disc.
Nope, which is
not surprising.
not
Right.
surprising but disappointing.
It is disappointing. I do like my
Physical media
Yeah.
for when the internet doesn't
it's
work
just nice.
and things stop and you have to
What
download.
else?
Why can't we own the things that we're spending
But you can,
$160 on?
as long as you own the thing that has the thing downloaded on and
Yeah.
it still works in 10 years.
Rockstar has also confirmed that GTA 6 will be a single-player experience, so there's not going to be any multiplayer or online elements at launch. Maybe there'll be something else later, but...
I am still hoping that they secretly drop a co-op mode at some point, because
That'd be nice.
GTA would so much do even better to have an actual co-op single player, like co-op campaign mode,
Yeah.
not just an online multiplayer mode.
Yeah, I mean...
GTA 5 was rumoured to potentially, but it didn't end up eventuating.
No,
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in, I hate speculating about games because it just kind of bums people out when nothing comes through.
Yeah.
I'm sure that GTA is going to be worth every dollar.
Oh, yeah.
They've spent how many years working on this game now?
Since Red Dead 2,
At least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
I think this game has been in development for about 16 years now.
Yeah.
Like they started production even before GTA 5 had finished.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Like
they were
early
working on
production.
GTA 5 for quite a while.
Yeah.
I was in high school.
Yeah.
But there is also kind of the concern that this will sort of fundamentally shift the pricing of video games moving forward. And I don't think every single video game is going to be worth the $130. I'm not
As
too
a base
sure.
standard, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I said this earlier. If any studio is classified as a quadruple or a quintuple
Whatever,
A
yeah.
studio, Rockstar is. They've got the credibility, they've got the content there sort of idea, and they can make a damn good game. But how many other studios that are claiming to be that but don't actually release it, will still want to release games at 130 AUD.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how it all pans out. But like, don't just spend money just because a game is made by a major studio.
Yep.
Wait for reviews.
Yeah.
I guess, the usual stuff. Moving on, Steam pricing. So we now have
Steam Machine.
The Steam Machine is
The Steam Cube
is almost upon us. It will be starting at 1,609 Australian dollars for the 512 gigabyte model, or 1,728 if you bundle it with a Steam controller. The 2 terabyte model is $2,109 or $2,228 when bundled with a Steam controller.
Steam controller's looking pretty good, so it's worth it.
I think it would be worth it. But it is sort of like, we've been anticipating this. Valve has been upfront that the hardware was going to cost more than initially anticipated.
Yep.
And they
Prices
said
where
in
they
a
are
statement that due to supply constraints, our original goal for the price of the Steam Machine is no longer viable.
Yep.
But this, again, bites a bit.
It does.
And we can sort of make all sorts of suggestions on how a company like that can manage their supply chains and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I feel like maybe they could have been a little bit more, proactive, perhaps.
Yeah. Like, I still see a need for this in the market sort of idea for like PC quality gaming. It's not 4K ultra, 120 hertz or anything like that. I think they're aiming for 4K 60 on some games, but it's still better than 70% of the hardware out there that most PC gamers play on.
Yeah.
So it's still going to be good. It's going to work fantastically as a replacement or a stand-in for a console in the home, and you can still chuck Windows on it. And pretty much from what I understand, every accessory under the sun will work with it. So if you've got a Nintendo controller or an Xbox or a PlayStation and you don't want the Steam controller, you can just plug it in and use it. It runs on Steam OS, which means you don't need Windows or anything. It'll just work with most of your Steam games and things. So
it's kind of a sign of the times. The whole AI situation has sort of sucked up all the RAM out there.
Yep.
Not surprising, but I guess also, could I build a comparable machine for $1,600 today?
Yes, you could, but could you? That's a good question. If you're not technically or hardware capable, this is what that market's for.
Yeah.
It just works. You can upgrade your RAM or the hard drive, and it works.
Yeah. So if you're interested in getting in on the Steam Machine, for the launch, Valve will be following a lottery system where you have to register your interest to go into a random draw, which will then add you to a waitlist for the first shipment, which is happening on the 29th of June.
I believe the same thing happened with the Steam Deck when it launched, so it's kind of normal for them.
Normal for them, but it's kind of really also a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't know, first in, first serve. I don't know.
Makes sense, but it also means that you can't get a lot of scalpers and things hogging everything.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to some news nibbles. Maylee, do you want to read this first nibble?
The first nibble.
Nibble.
Oh, well, I got really excited, but actually,
Oh,
it's
no,
a
yeah,
rather
sorry.
sad
It is a
nibble.
rather sad one.
Claude Guillemot, one of the founders of Ubisoft, has died after the Cessna 421 plane he was in crashed, along with the owner and operator of the plane. 60 firefighters and 30 ambulances were called to attend the fire that started as a result of the crash. Really sad.
It is. I understand the 60 firefighters, but 30 ambulances?
Well, there was fears that there was a third victim potentially caught up in the fire. They never actually found that third person, the allegedly third person.
This feels really disrespectful, but still, if 3 people, that's 10 ambulances per person.
Yeah,
They're
that's
very
what I'm
efficient over
confused.
there.
Yeah, and I mean, it depends on where it crashed and things as well, which I'm not up to date on, but it's still sad that it happened.
It was
Very sad.
not far from the aerodrome,
And
I believe.
Regardless of Ubisoft's quality of games over the years sort of idea, it's been a household name for many, many years, and they decided.
Moving on, EA has carried out another round of layoffs, but has not specified the total number of impacted employees. employees. I guess they decided that sounded bad. The company is in the process of going private after a $55 billion deal, which is expected to close on the 22nd of July. So this is all part of their trying to make the company more agile, more lean, more transformative for money reasons.
Is that the continuation of the Abu Dhabi deal?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So oil barons now own EA.
Pretty much.
Right.
Maylee, what is Nicolas Cage up to?
What isn't he up to?
What is he up to now?
What is one of the things that he is currently up to?
Joining Call of Duty Black Ops 7 in its summer of action. He apparently looks frightening, but
I actually have a picture of what he looks like. It's really not good.
He does look a little frightening.
He looks also like he's 20 years younger.
That's what Call of Duty does.
Apparently.
That is what it does to you.
That's right. He can be added. That character can be added to the roster of my Nicolas Cage fight game called Cage Fight, where it's every Nicolas Cage game character ever versus every other Nicolas Cage character ever, including Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage.
Biggest roster in a game ever.
Yeah, he's got 70 credits or something, including playing Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage.
Alrighty, we got to move on. Otherwise, this is going to be a Nick Cage episode. That's actually. Oh, we've got some upcoming games.
We do indeed.
Oh my goodness!
So on June
25th, that's today. If you're listening live, Deltarune Chapter 5 is coming to everything. Plus, Star Fox has come to Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah. Hearing good things.
26th of June brings Type or Die to the PC. 1st of July brings Attack on Titan 3. Didn't realize that there was 2. For PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, and Nintendo Switch 2. And 2nd of July brings Avatar Legends, the fighting game, to all consoles. And Rhythm Heaven Groove for the Nintendo Switch. Yes!
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Oh! That's it this week in Gaming
News.
I'm really excited about Rhythm Heaven Groove.
That one's under my radar. I don't know.
I'm going to educate you.
Okay.
And while we do that,
you're listening to Zed Games at 4ZZZ.
You're listening to Zed Games on 4ZZZ.
Oi mate, you're listening to Zed Games at 4ZZZ.
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 Got a bit carried away.
You're listening to Zed Games. My name is Zahra, and with me in the studio this episode is
Maylee
and
Peter.
Woo! And we are here to talk about what is happening this Saturday, which is the Queensland Games Festival.
QGF!
It is a free public exhibition of games developed within Queensland, and it is all happening on the 27th of June at the Brisbane Powerhouse from 10 a.m. all the way to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And 7 hours.
7 hours free
fun.
Games.
It is.
And there's so many games. There's 37 locally made games in the exhibition this year.
I still wonder how we're going to fit it all in.
I've been wondering
but we
that
do it
as
every
well.
year,
We
and
somehow
it's
do
amazing.
it. I swear we somehow squeeze in an extra game each year.
Yep.
And not only that, there are also some workshops to get in on. Gameloft will be hosting a creative workshop. There's the emerging developers room, which is really, really good if you're wanting to become a developer yourself. And there's also a create a game on your phone mini mobile game development workshop as well, which will get you started on your game development journey. So like if you like games, you want to get into games, this is kind of the place to be.
Or you just want a really nice morning or day out sort of idea with a family playing some games.
What is it? The Jan Powers Farmers Market. You can pick up some food and go out in, see all the dogs play the games.
As long as you're there before midday for that.
Well, breakfast.
Yeah.
It's not
worth
morning.
Like head on over, get some breakfast, get settled in, see people walking their dogs because people are always walking their dogs.
There's always so many dogs there, guys.
So many dogs.
And then, like, when you're tired of the dogs, I understand, no, you can't get tired of dogs, but if you do get tired of dogs, you can come inside and there's so many games.
Indeed.
For example, Gameloft will be showing off Bluey's Happy Snaps, but there's also so many other
Feels
games.
Like we've got something from every genre. Like it's
just
huge
about.
spectrum, and it's not just video games.
Yeah,
No,
there's also
there's
board games as well.
Board games, card games,
card
general
games.
tabletop games.
Oh yeah, no,
It's the best that Queensland has.
It's a really awesome
Queensland game developers across their genre are really creative with all of the various games that they're bringing
Kind of
out
smashing it out of the park these last few years.
Yeah.
Well, that's not all. That's not all. We're also doing something at the Queensland Games Festival.
Wait, this is news to me. What have I missed out on?
You
What have I
have
forgotten?
not missed out on this, Peter. Don't even try. We will be running Amplify Games again in the Fairfax studio, which is downstairs. There are more games downstairs. That's where we're starting to fit them all now. And Amplify Games is a showcase of some more experimental or early work in progress games. We'll be interviewing the developers as well, and we'll be dedicating a solid 30 minutes to each of these games. And this will also be live streamed through to the Brisbane Powerhouse and also onto the internet. It's on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on Twitch. But let's just start with talking about let's start with talking about a couple of the games that we'll be discussing on the day. So we'll be kicking off at 10:30 with Matchstick Cosmic Flame by TechnoMyth. It is this really, really cool horror game that just sort of sucks you into this kind of liminal space between like train platforms and a road trip at night. And it's a really cool experience. There is a demo available on Steam if you want to go check it out. And then, Peter, do you want to kick off with what game is at 11 a.m?
At 11 a.m. we have Doubtbound by Moontail Games.
Yeah, and this one is a bit more of an RPG kind of game. They've got like this sort of like 2D in a 3D world style to it. It's a bit D&D tabletop inspired, but it's also a little bit like card building, a little bit rogue-ish, if you will. A little bit of everything.
Taken some elements and made it their own.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is something that is a really cool thing that indie games do. Speaking of a really cool interpretation of a familiar format, 11:30, Keyboard Warriors by Stretchy Cat. You play as a mecha. Battling through hordes of infected, and you have to type the whole way through.
You've been
and you're
loving typing games lately.
Well, they're so sick, Maylee. Like you have no idea. I'm a
and
robot.
I'm sure it is improving your typing skills as well.
It certainly is.
I don't know. I'm skeptical, but I'll have to see it.
You'll have to see. I'm actually bringing my nice keyboard specifically for this one, so then the audience can get the most out of the experience.
Is it a good mechanical clackety clack?
Yeah, it's got the thonk.
It's got a thonk
on it.
So if you weren't sure, now you know you got to come down just to get the click clack.
Yeah, I'm bringing my keyboard for this, guys. And then at 12 p.m. we have Bravest Coconut. Beautiful game, absolutely gorgeous. And I think that one's actually coming out next month.
Yeah, not far away.
Yeah.
It's an entire game about deciding how to differentiate brave coconuts from non-brave coconuts. It's a deep theological discussion with hypotheticals. No, that's not it.
It's actually the sweetest, most heartwarming, most silly, goofy little game ever. Little's not the right word. It's got a lot in store in it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And then before our lunch break at 12:30, we're also going to have Cloudlings by Middle Space. Cloudlings was a part of the Frosty Games Fest showcase. Really, really cool trailer. I'm really excited to see what they have in store for us on Saturday. I think you guys should also come check it out.
Yeah.
You're listening to Zed Games. My name is Zahra, and with me in the studio this episode is
Peter
and
Maylee.
Maylee.
Yes, that's me.
Peter.
Indeed.
Peter, and Maylee.
And Zahra.
And Zahra. We are here to talk about the
Featuring Zahra.
Queensland Games Festival.
QGF.
Which is, when is it?
This Saturday from 10 a.m. through till 4 p.m. at the Brisbane Powerhouse.
Till 5 p.m.
Till 5 p.m.,
actually,
sorry.
friend.
So close.
Close.
And Maylee, what's going to be there?
Games, so many games,
37 games at
board
least.
games, card games.
You sounded like a carpet commercial there for a second. Like
National Tiles.
We can't do that.
You know what? It's better than that because we'll give you the best deal It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
I know.
Hang on. Queensland Games Festival.
All these
like
games have come together from all over the state.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard that there's actually some visitors coming from outside the state to come check things out.
Yeah.
So that just tells you of like how bopping it is.
Oh yeah.
But
Queensland's the place to be for game development.
Yes. It is actually a really, really exciting time. I've been saying this for a little while, but the indie dev scene in Queensland is vibrant. It's beautiful. It's amazing. And we get to highlight some of those beautiful, amazing games through our special showcase, Amplify Games, which will be in the Fairfax studio downstairs, along with a whole bunch of other games, because we're not just upstairs, we're not just in the mosquito foyer, we are also downstairs, we are in the rooms, we are in the walls, we are taking over the Brisbane Powerhouse. We're in the vents, we're in the elevator, we're also probably also in the bathrooms, you know, just doing our business. But
I hope there is toilets and people doing their business in those toilets, not elsewhere.
Yes.
But yes, there is lots of games in various different places within the Queensland Powerhouse.
Yes, and with Amplify Games, we'll be focusing on some of the more experimental or early in development games.
Yep.
We've just run through the morning list earlier. We're now going to go through the afternoon list.
Yep.
So at 1:30, we are going to be talking about Plonk, a 4D puzzle by Stickshift Entertainment. It is a VR game that not only messes around with the 3D space, it also messes around with time and distance. It's a little twisty.
The 5th and 6th dimensions.
It's a little twisty, but it's got this really, really charming sort of clay Play-Doh art style.
So kind of like Gumby.
Very, very fun. Speaking of very, very fun games, at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. we have Untitled Frog Brawler by BYTEr, BYTE lowercase r.
I think it's like BYTEr.
BYTEr.
Like terabytes and stuff.
Ah, right.
And that one is it's an unannounced game. So it's got this untitled title, but it's really, really hectic. Very, very such satisfying sort of almost a graffiti early cartoons kind of vibrant
grunge punk-esque sort of thing.
Yeah, but really, really colourful about it. Very, very
saturated
fast-paced.
grunge punk.
Yes.
I'm just picturing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Basically.
But frogs.
Basically.
Yeah.
But
not
even
turtles, frogs.
Cooler. And you can check it out. This game will actually not be showing at the rest of the festival. You can only check it out at Amplify Games.
We have an exclusive reveal.
At 2 p.m. So pop that
Day one on Amplify Games.
After
Game
that,
Pass.
We've got a 2:30 Night Sky.
Night Sky!
By Curse Lemon.
Yep.
This one is a project done by a student. And it is...
I love student games. They're really creative.
They don't know what not to do yet.
So shackled by the burdens of adulthood.
Exactly. It's just kind of like you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall, and if it sticks, it sticks, and who cares what else?
And then you call it art and charge Banksy prices.
But that being said, this is actually a beautiful game.
It does look good,
and it's quite a challenging platformer as well, where you can create constellations as a little fallen star.
Aww, adorable.
Speaking of adorable, at 3 p.m. we're going to be talking about Money Laundering Raccoon.
I mean, that just sells it right there.
It's pretty much what it says on the tin, folks. Yep. There's raccoons, and they're laundering money.
Yep.
But laundering in the sense of what you thought money laundering was when you were 8 years old.
Like actually putting money in the laundry machine. Yep.
Yes.
From my understanding, that is technically part of what money laundering is, but I've never actually done it. So, except for when I leave, cash in my wallet and it goes through the laundry.
Yeah, I don't... Maybe you are a raccoon, Peter.
Maybe.
Have you checked?
I do enjoy some good trash, and people do occasionally say that my black eyes are, like panda.
There we
go. So I am a trash panda to some extent.
And then to wrap up the day for Amplify Games at 3:30, we will have Mozentum, which is a Zen speedrunning game. Zen is perhaps subjective because I'm not very good at it.
At being Zen or Zen games?
Well, I'm not good at Mozentum. So
Mozentum, okay.
The Zen part is not happening for me just yet, but I can see how one can hit a flow state and reach that Zen state.
I'm sure there will be some Zen states, and that one's from stillzen.dev.
Yes. That is just the Amplify Games lineup, folks. Outside of that, outside of the Fairfax studio, there are dozens of games.
So many more
Multiple
games.
dozens.
Many games. And not only do you get to play those games, you also get to talk to the developers behind them.
Yep.
And they're actually all really, really lovely, sweet people.
Tell them exactly what you think of their game.
But
And almost every day, politely, but most people are always polite because their games are amazing, and it's always worthwhile telling them how amazing they are, and they need to hear it.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of games that have come from this festival program since before Queensland Games Festival was Go 423.
Yep.
We've had games like Unpacking, for example, that is probably like the big one that people know about.
Yeah.
We've also
Web.
had the Oregon Trail by Gameloft. That one was also another one. And really, just you got to get your butts down there, folks.
Yep. Cato's Post
27th
Office. They've
June. Cato's Post Office.
it just came to Switch. I'm happy
27th of June at the Brisbane Powerhouse from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Till 5 p.m, not 4 p.m. You get an extra hour on top of what I was expecting.
All for free.
All for free.
Be there or
be square.
Come and enjoy it. It will be a
Sad.
fantastic day.
It'll be awesome. And there's something for everyone. Bring the kids. Bring the kids at heart.
Bring grandpa.
It's for everyone.
Bring grandma. Teach her to play some other games other than
Yes.
Minecraft and GTA.
And we are going to be wrapping up this episode celebrating games. We're talking about some game demos we've played recently because, it is demo season.
Yeah, there's various Steam Next Fests with their various
Yes.
different games and things like that.
Take it away, Peter.
So my first one was Grass Chopper. It's an incremental game. There's a couple of dot points I've noted down here. So the core loop is incredibly satisfying. Every swing earning coins immediately translate into meaningful upgrades and things like that. The progression feels very well paced. It's got a lot of action based, and there's actually bosses that you've got to fight, which is very odd for an incremental game, but it was a lot of fun defeating them and whatnot. Yep. The atmosphere is surprisingly engaging. It's you versus 17-foot tall grass and whatnot, and then you get a little bit of farming and things, and you've just got this massive scythe that you're upgrading and whatnot as well. So it's a interesting one because you can venture into the grass, but you lose oxygen, so you can't stay in there for long. But you can go deeper in to try and get some of the better grass, but you've got to try and get back out, or you drop everything that you've been picking up.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then there's bosses as you go even further into it, which makes it even
deep grass.
Yeah, and it just keeps incrementing. It's kind of got two areas at the moment. It's really fun. There's definitely a big opportunity for this one in regards to it. The gameplay loop is excellent at the moment, but for the bosses and things, some additional enemy mechanics and things like that would definitely keep it a little more interesting than just kind of the same thing but harder, which happens with incremental games.
Yeah.
But it's on Steam. The demo's still available if you want to go and try it out. It's Grass Chopper, GrassChopper.
Nice. How are you, Maylee? Have you been tapping away at anything?
I have. I have been feeling a lot of stress. I've got a lot of things that a lot of balls in the air in my life.
Yep.
So when I went to see everything that was on offer, I was called to by Over the Hill, which is boasted. It's very chill gameplay, and it's got this low poly art style. So it's basically like driving simulator through the wilderness, off-roading. And it's all about the journey.
Okay.
Not the destination.
Right.
So
there's been a few games like that recently.
It also appealed to me that it had co-op up to 3 players. I didn't get to try it.
What?
That sounds awesome
cool.
to go on a road trip.
I mean, we're right here. Well.
Next time. But it's basically you get in your off-roader, you go through mountains and creeks and beaches and explore the world, unlocking objectives to unlock other parts of the world, upgrade your vehicle with, rigs and contraptions so you can get further and just enjoy the beauty of nature as you're going through it in your big metal machine of death.
I want some off-road heads to get into this game and be yeah, this is legit how it is to drive off-road and work on your vehicle.
It would be nice if they could say that, because I feel like it's a real authentic experience, but I live in the middle of the city and I don't have a license.
It's what you imagine it's a real authentic experience.
It's what I want it to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is a lot more greasy, muddy, dangerous, sweaty, annoying.
I think
But
it'd
I'm
just be
sure
like
there's some
getting a
real
lot
good
of.
moments.
But there's
out
still,
there.
you get up the cliff, you get over the rock, you navigate.
We need to move on. We
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
move on.
yeah.
Steering your way, Peter.
Indeed. So my second demo that I played was, Sir, we have an Orc Problem. It's a incremental tower
What
defense.
kind of orc problem?
One that flows a lot more like water. So it's a
Oh.
top-down 2D tower defense game, and it spawns orcs, which end up just being green blobs with how many that you end up having on screen. I think the final level had something like 50,000 orcs that could spawn.
Damn.
And I'm not joking, like it spawned 50,000. And yeah, they ended up just being tiny little green dots as
That
it
is
kind
a
of
problem.
flowed through and whatnot. The orc hordes create very exciting moments as they kind of spill and flow and move in different directions. It very much feels kind of like a Warhammer 40k tower defense with how overrun you would be with orcs sort of idea with a small defense force and stuff. But yeah, it very much felt like water physics and you're just trying to keep them back, but obviously orcs.
It's cool.
There is plenty of strategic depth with the game sort of idea with the various different weapons and timed uses of nuclear bombs or airstrikes and other things like that to differentiate. But there's definitely some power balancing there at the moment sort of idea because the flamethrowers, very overpowered. You just set everything on fire and they kind of just stay on fire for a few seconds and then you put your next flamethrower just after they come off and it fires them up again.
But I think that's what flamethrowers should feel like.
It should,
that
but they...
sounds realistic.
Yeah.
It is
yeah.
a little too strong. Like almost everybody that I've seen play it, sort of idea, always goes flamethrower route first, just because it knocks out the first few levels very easily, sort of idea. But yeah, that's
what
Sir,
we've been playing.
we have an orc problem.
Nice.
That's a very couple of nice, neat little demos there if you want to try and check them out.
Oh, and there's so many other demos as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of demos, there are some games to try out at the Brisbane Powerhouse this Saturday on the 27th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Till 5 p.m.
Dozens of games, not just video games. We've got card games, we've got board games, maybe mind games as well. I mean, if you wait until end game, there's definitely some mind games in there.
Yep.
But it's an awesome day. Totally free. Workshops as well, all over the place. There's a market happening outside in the morning.
And lots of dogs.
And lots of
of
dogs.
dogs. There's always so many dogs walking around.
It really cannot get
For a
much better
cat
than that.
person, I don't hate dogs, but there is a lot of dogs walking around.
And some of them are so fluffy and so happy.
Yeah.
But
games.
that is it for us tonight. But don't you worry, we will be there at the Brisbane Powerhouse this Saturday, and we'll also be back here in the studio next week.
Same
Indeed.
time.
Same place, same frequency.
Maybe different people.
Maybe different people.
Yeah.
That happens.
But we are all Zed Games.
We are all Zed Games. As
And
are
I
you
look forward
listeners.
to giving everybody that comes along and recognises us on Saturday a giant high five.
Yeah.
If they can reach.
If you can reach,
Yep. We will dedicate a
that'd be
proper
I'll
high
give you a
five.
high five if you can hit Peter's high five.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Until next time, my friends, we will see you. Take care. Stay safe. Bye bye.
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, you can find us on the Community Radio Plus app.
Or find us on socials at ZED Games AU.
See you next time.